Listen to this. The work of categorizing these people is the work of County Public Service Board.
Chair. Put him on oath.
And that being the case, if you want to employ anybody, we follow County Public Service Board. And that is when you see in Nyandarua, clerical officers are job group F. So these are teachers, job group F, but according to County Public Service Board establishment in Nyandarua, that's a clerical officer. But he's a teacher. So we can't go against the County Public Service Board because that's the authority to give us the establishment on how workers...
So what you are telling us is this board, whatever establishment they've given us, you are not following it, it is not correct?
We are following it.
But then we don't have that category here.
That is why we are saying that officer is job group F. And the job group F, if you look at our County Public Service Board establishment...
Why are you not calling them ECDE Teacher 3?
That's the way it's
or Teacher 2? According to your service board.
The service board, they have not said like that.
They have done that. This is your document on page 6.
Page 5 of
what? Let me see.
Of Annex
and 9A.
9A. Instead of calling them here Clerical Officer 2, because they're job group F, you would have called them Assistant ECD Teacher 3.
Your Excellency, can I ask you a very direct question?
I think...
Could they be the ghost workers you have in Nyandarua?
I think we're direct. I think there's a sense.
Madam Chair.
And again, looks like the governor was not briefed. Actually, he's consulting while we are seated here.
Madam Chair.
And that's why I thought I was saying I'm getting very frustrated. I don't know whether you people are getting frustrated like
Madam
me.
Chair, I just want to ask you, instead of governor consulting, why don't that person answer direct?
Yes.
That's the person, so that maybe you answer
Let me
quickly.
give my final answer so that if you are not satisfied, then we can ask him.
Okay.
The clarification is this. This person is supposed to be called Assistant ECD Teacher 3, as per the way it is shown here.
Unfortunately, it is ECD Teacher 3 because according to the board, there is no assistant. So stop baptizing it again.
All right, Chair, I agree. But according to County Public Service Board, for you to be called this, there is what they look at the academics. Yes. What if this fellow doesn't have those academics?
Now you're answering our questions.
Then you are killing the education of the PP1 child. You are killing the education of the PP2 child. What you are telling us is that you have picked clerks that had been dropped by the county council, and you are calling them PP1. This is the problem we have, Governor, because it looks like governors did not see the importance of PP1, PP2, the way we saw it in Bomas. And we say this thing must be devolved, because the brain of the child can only be developed in year 5, they say year 4, 5, 6, and 7. I hope the CEC of education is here and listening, because unless you develop the child with the right qualifications, you are developing nobody. So my biggest question,
unfortunately, you are not addressing the governor because he's not listening. The governor is very busy consulting. It looks like, Governor, can I ask you, did you sit down with your people with this document? Because most of everything we are asking, you are consulting and you are not listening to what the senators are saying. So it is getting very frustrating.
No, Chair, please.
Getting very frustrating.
Chair.
Can I?
I've had the...
Chair, maybe what
Can you allow me to finish?
Prof, maybe what I would request the Chair to give direction, if where you don't understand, you also...
you are free to use the other members.
Your staff to answer these questions because they are very important questions.
We had agreed on that because, yes, Professor, continue.
Chair, can I get an answer to my question? Because
let Professor finish and then we ask. I also asked for your answers.
Yeah. I just wanted a clarification on this. I say the preamble because I'm a bit worried that we are using clerks to teach. You can't use a clerk to teach a PP1 child. You must use somebody who is qualified. You cannot also go around the service board to sneak in clerks when they have told you they are not qualified. You have said that they were there. But
Yes.
the person who has given them the letter of permanent and pensionable is the county government. Because you have hired clerical officers too on permanent and pensionable to teach in the nursery school. The most unfair thing that can ever happen. And we need to deal with that board itself, because if a board can allow this to happen, then there is a very big problem. And there is a way of dealing with the staff. During transition, we said, can those staff be deployed to do anything else? Can you use them to be supervisors in your road networks? Can you use them to do other things, but not to touch the child? Because we are with the board that you cannot allow. So don't use this to qualify the books, because our report is also going to go back to the same Auditor General that we are not satisfied, and you will still be caught in the way. I'm very worried for one thing, Madam Chair. The population of clerical officers is higher than the qualified teachers. This is pathetic, Governor, because if you have more clericals, it means nobody is teaching in these schools, because these clerks don't know how to handle babies. This, by the way, if you don't know the psychology of teaching a child, CEC, I'm shocked. How are you supervising and inspecting your schools when it is a clerk who is teaching your children? My worry also is, why did you give them permanent and pensionable and they don't belong to the nursery school? Third question, is there hope of training them? Do you have any plan of training these people? Because if you gave them a training of 1 year, at least you would be able to convert them. But if you are giving the permanent and pensionable, no training plan, then it means we are in trouble.
Prof, let me say something before I forget. Chair, if you can allow me, because it's very important. I have told the Senate that a person who had taught in Kenya, in Nyandarua for 20 years, I, as the governor, coming and throwing him out of and he has been teaching, and there were oversight, there was everything. These are the people, let me finish. This term clerk is only the way we can say Kiari is a teacher, Juguna is a teacher, but a clerk is a title, but this is a teacher. In fact, they do better than even these teachers who are coming, because they're experienced, they've been there for 30 years, for 25 years, for 20 years. So what we can only do, if you advise, is to change the title. But these are teachers doing commendable job, and I have no moral authority to sack them.
Can you train them? Can you train them and make them to be teachers?
Yes, we are doing.
Instead of saying...
we have even trained them.
You want them, because you can't change the title. You cannot change the title. You must train before you change the title.
We have trained them.
Can I say something?
Just a moment, Senators, just 1 minute. I want to ask, these 178 clerks and support staff, do they have TSC numbers? Because you said you inherited them. Do they have TSC numbers, and can we have those numbers, their TSC numbers? Can we have their qualifications?
Chair, they cannot have TSC number if they are not professionals in education.
Chair, can I say something?
Madam Chair.
Chair, can I say something?
We want to correct this anomaly.
Madam Chair, I want to say this because, Madam Chair, we have been in this country and we know the truth. And the truth is, because when I say people were being recruited when they didn't have, simply because they have finished Form 4, you can be recruited to teach in school. That's known. But my problem is the numbers are alarming. From local authority to transit these numbers, if it is this 10, I would agree. And you can see even the job group is confirming. The job group C, and they're getting a lot more money. Even senior support staff D, they are just 5. But clerical officer 144 having transited from local authority, it's not possible. That's not possible.
Okay.
And if that is the case, Chair, we want to have the list and those appointment letters, Chair, to confirm what the governor is saying, because I will not believe this.
Okay.
For one, Chair, and give us to exhaust this point, because that is what is coming from the governor. 144 employees transiting from local authorities.
78.
Is it 178 or local?
Yes, 178.
And you know, what is alarming as what the professor said, Senator Professor Kamar said, there are only people who are permanent and pensionable. The duly professionals, trained people are on contract, all of them. That is what is alarming. So, Governor, I think you need to sit down, put your things in order, because you are the CEO of the county. And the county, the executive, and the board can work out so that these officers who are clerical officers can be we are not telling you to sack them. You can give them other roles within the departments that requires clerical officers, so that you have professionals, trained persons teaching our students, our peoples. That is what we are saying.
We have trained them.
Senator,
we have trained them locally.
Senator, you've not given us your Excellency, you've not given us your training program. Maybe it is somewhere I've not seen it. Please, Senator Kavindu.
Yeah, I just want to tell the governor that the assistant teachers must possess a minimum professional qualification of certificate in ECDE and ECE. And again, it is very clear here. The county governments shall recruit unemployment pre-primary and employ pre-primary school teachers who are registered by TSC. So, hii yote tumeongea.
They're oppositeering. They are moving out, and then we get into.
You know, Governor, that is not what we are going to sit down and say here. Because what we are talking about, we are talking of the people of the county of Nyandarua. What are you giving them? What is happening there?
You come to Nyandarua, you'll see that good work is happening in classes. Only that the titling here has
if you are not able to answer our questions, very simple and clear and direct questions, I wonder what we are going to find on the ground, Your Excellency. It's so unfortunate.
And Chair, can I get answers to my questions?
And then actually, she asked quite a number of questions which you've not answered.
Okay. I think the question.
It would have been a very big day, a nice day, if the Senator of Nyandarua was here.
Most it was. No. Senator Kavindu, please. I think I have answered. Which one is Bani? Kindly.
Number one. Question number one. Niliuliza.
Sorry?
You have people there and they are not even assisting you. My question was,
yes.
In your response, you stated that no fees are charged to public ECDE centers. However,
did I say that?
You've indicated that parents pay 600 Kenya shillings and also 3,000. And I told you to explain contradiction and clarify why parents are required to pay to do these payments.
Thank you. I think we should appreciate that matters ECDE in this country. The way things were started, it was very wrong. Everything was left in the hands of parents. Until recently, now when we got the devolution, that is when we begin putting things in order. And that is why you are seeing that we are still having problems. But I want to say this. In Nyandarua, I didn't say that people don't pay anything. I said we have capitation of 500 from the government, and then the rest of the monies, in order to get to 1,500, are paid by parents from school to schools. Others pay more, others pay less, and we have clearly indicated what those monies do. Therefore, I don't think I say that.
On which page? Where have you indicated?
Page 3.
In page 3, table 2.
Table 2.
Table 2, he has indicated. That's why we're asking about the 1 million of food feeding program.
So let me answer you, Senator Kenya. Last year, we had a budget But due to lack of policy, that money was not spent. We never used a coin. At the end of the financial year, the money remained like that. This year, again, we have that the same capitation. Fortunately, now we have a policy, and you can be sure we are going to spend that money on food for education.
So, Your Excellency, there's a question, and I want to direct it to your ECC education. If parents are paying 2,000, no, if the total amount paid per pupil is 2,000, the capitation from the county is 500. So the total of students you have is how much? Is how many? So that comes to how much? I think you had asked that question, which was not answered. So how much are you collecting?
Thank you, Chair. The total students we have is 24,640.
And each student is paying 2,000?
The county gives each child 500 shillings.
Yes, the capitation is 5. I'm taking the total because the parents are paying 1,500.
Yeah, each child does not pay 2,000. It varies depending with where the school is. If the school is in a rural area, then the amount will be
So
less.
what was your collection for the year 2022-2023, the total collection from the ECD centers?
Chair, we don't receive the money. It is received us. And due to the variations from one school to another, we cannot be able...
You want to tell me, as the person in charge, you don't know how much the county... The reason why we are asking this question is because now that you are not feeding the children, we want to know you have a budget, expenditure budget on education, even if it's 20 million, you are collecting from parents. We want to know where this money is going.
As a continuation, Chair, question on the same. And it's good that the CC get it this clearly. You've indicated that the capitation that the county gives to each student or each pupil is 500, correct?
Yeah, true.
Now you have 24,640 pupils, correct?
Yeah.
So each and every year you use 12,320, correct?
Correct.
Now, and every year you have 20 million as a budget in the entire department.
Yeah.
So that money goes to capitation. The entire money goes to capitation for the budget, for the entire department?
Honorable Senator, as the Governor has stated, the capitation for last year was not utilized. So the 20 million, if you look at it, it is under recurrent. It goes to the running costs. For example, the newly constructed classrooms, we normally give them furniture.
Recurrent.
Yeah, exactly. Furnitures are categorized under recurrent. The quality assurance that you were mentioning also is part of that. The learning materials that we support these schools and other recurrent expenditure, that is what constitute of the 20,000 under recurrent. 20 million.
It's going to for 12 million.
Yes, capitation is 12 million, which will assist as tabulated, separate from the 20 million.
Where is the money? Why is it now coming from the expenditure? Why have you not indicated as an expenditure? The 12 million.
We have not yet started. Yeah, it's beginning. Actually, it has never been
So
utilized.
what you are telling us, when you told us that you are giving every student 500 capitation, you have not started. You are yet to start.
It is in the budget, the current budget.
Oh, so you've not done it?
We have not yet done it. But in this current budget, already there, as the Governor stated, the policy is there.
So what the Governor, Your Excellency, what should be telling this committee is, for the last 3 years, the parents of the county of Nyandarua pay for ECD education. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, the parents have been supporting.
I didn't say you've not been paying anything, so they've been paying for ECDE education. You are not feeding these children, you are not giving them any capitation, you are not helping them, you are saying, you are telling us that that 500, the capitation goes into buying learning materials, going to do. So what you are telling us is this budget that you are giving us here, because we wanted to know what to do with your budget. You don't do anything with your budget, and you are saying you are yet to start.
So I'm wondering. We have not done is feeding, but teaching materials, teachers.
But you say you are not even giving any capitation. So what you do with that budget is only teaching materials.
Those ones have been given through the operation.
We are saying, Governor, get it correctly. In the table you
then your budget is not correct.
In table 2, you've indicated that you're giving 500 shilling. In your budget, where is this 500 shilling drawn from? Drawn from the budget, true?
Yes.
A budget of 20 million, which you have already expended. It is already an actual expenditure.
If you look at question 4,
go to table 5.
Before you come to the table, Senator, look at question 4. Below there, we have said the county government of Nyandarua has budgeted. It is not here. Has budgeted 12.5 for ECD capitation for public ECD. It's different. That 12.5 is different from what we have done is now tabulating here the 12.5. But the 20 million...
Your Excellency, then your budget is wrong, and I don't think you are making any progress. Then you didn't give us a correct budget. Because what we need for us to be able to interrogate this document properly, we need the whole budget of Education Department.
I think, Chair, we request to tell the Governor to come back, plan his things well. Then we need to have the Senator for Nyandarua to be present, so that we also be fair to the people of Nyandarua. He needs to go back and then he comes well prepared, because he's not prepared at all.
Madam Chair, I think let us agree. If maybe our questions were not properly captured, maybe you can give template so that he can understand the questions. Because when everything I'm reading is not fully. For example, when he says for food, so when I looked at his tabulation in Capitation, he said he did not spend for food the 50 shillings. So I removed 50 shillings. I assumed 450 was spent, because I can see teaching material, assessment, co-activity, local travel. I saw that. So, but now to say they didn't use anything, it is scary. And then my questions were not answered. How many ECDs has he built from the time he was elected governor?
In fact, it's not only, Senator Kenya, it's not only your questions which have not been answered. Even Senator Kavindu's questions have not been answered. Your Excellency, I think maybe so that we can make some progress, if you're in agreement, or if I could try and help you, you could have your CEC education, your county secretary sit with the secretariat, and they will guide them on exactly what information we are looking for, because most of the answers, and I said that from the beginning when I looked at your document, you've not answered most of the questions. I don't know whether it was deliberate, but I don't want to assume that it was deliberate. Do you normally
provide a template?
These questions are actually it is.
There's no template. Go to question 4, which we are having an issue, Governor. Just read the question. Indicate the amount of fees charged per learner in public ECDE. It has not said a proposed, which you are now telling us this is a proposed budget of county capitation. We assume that these are the money that you have already used in the previous years and even this current year. So that is what we are asking. The question is not telling us, it's not telling you to tell us what you think you want to do.
And Chair, just on a follow-up question to that one, does it mean, Governor, for the last 3 years, you've not been giving these pupils capitation? Because your CEC is saying that you are planning to do it now, because that budget was not used. Is it that the budgets were not used for the last 3 years?
To answer you, Senator, immediately I came, I presented a policy document with the Assembly. It has to be approved for us to move. When it is not approved, there is nothing I can do. I cannot go ahead spending government money without authorization. So right now it's approved, and that's why we have said the money, we have been budgeting the capitation every year, but we can't spend.
Okay, so Your Excellency, now that you have budgeted the 50 million, now that you have budgeted and you are telling us it has been approved, how did you reach that figure, and how are you planning to use it per pupil?
What we did,
They have table 2, that may be the answer. I think the problem the governor has is that their answers are not answering our questions. Because when we said you give us what you charge parents, you decided to sneak in a proposal of 500 shillings, which doesn't exist. We are not interested in what does not exist, because we are comparing. This is almost like a template. The questions you have been given to all governors, and we are preparing a spreadsheet. So when it comes to this, question 4, there is a confusing 500 shillings which has never been spent, has never been used. But you are also giving us 1,500, which is what the parents have been collecting. And it looks like that is not the real figure from various schools. So even if we have to take that for our own template when we are doing comparison between counties, we can stick to that. But your answer does not answer our questions, because we wanted the contribution of the parents, the contribution of the county government if it is there. As we are talking now, as of today when you came for this meeting, this is 0. So county capitation, you should have given us 0. But instead you are giving us 500, which does not exist. The contribution of the parents is clearly there. I don't know why there is a breakdown of NHIF and SSF. I don't know where you got those figures, but that's okay. The contribution from what we call, we asked you for contribution of county government, development partners. You say 0. All we wanted is you tell us whether you have anything, but you have not told us about those development partners, and we wanted the purpose for which it is there. So instead of telling us county capitation is 0, development partners is 0, and that the schools in Nyandarua are actually run by parents, the answer would have been simply 1,500 by parents, period. Then we have a clear picture of where we are. I think you can now see where the confusion is coming from. That's why everybody is saying we don't understand, and the frustration of the chair. But the answer is not there, because the answer is being confused by the order of the answer to confuse us that there is some 500 that we are about to give. But as of today, which is where our report is going to be based on, it is 0. And it's good to write 0. So actually there may be a few amendments that have to be done to this report for it to be valid.
Your Excellency, there's still some more questions that you've not answered.
Let me answer your question, Chair. I agree entirely with the Prof that these answers need to be slightly amended, because the truth of the matter is that we had money. If we can give you our budget for 22-23, the capitation was there, never spent.
Your Excellency, because you did not spend, let us not spend a lot of time on something which we are looking for how much you spend, so that we know what you are doing for the people of Nyandarua. No, Senator Seki, 1 minute. Senator Seki, 1 minute.
I want to
because there are some
question.
other questions which had been asked, and
I want to ask a question, Chair, in due respect. Why don't you use an expenditure within your department just because you don't have a policy? An expenditure of capitation? I don't think a policy of feeding program can affect the entire expenditure of the department.
The COB will demand that for them to approve.
But
how about the government policy? Because there is government policy about ECDE.
The 2018 policy.
If you don't have it at your county, then you use the government policy, because it is there and it's very clear.
Your Excellency, I'm sure you are aware, because I was with one of your CECs in Mombasa the other day with the COG for a meeting. I think you are well represented. Yeah. Very eloquent lady. And this is the time the COG is helping the counties to come up with a policy on feeding program.
Yes.
But what you're telling us now, we were not even on feeding program when you're telling us that you don't have a policy approved by the county assembly. So that's why we are saying since you came in 2022, then you've done nothing on education on ECD in Nyandarua County.
Feeding only.
But even the other questions we are asking about the how much capitation, you are saying you are planning to do it. How much are pupils charged in the public ECDE centers? We are not still getting that answer. But I think, Your Excellency, if you agree with me, if we could maybe give you another date so that we can come and interrogate this document after you have understood it, because even you agree with me, you are doing a lot of consultation here.
I agree when it comes to aligning the answers, but all the answers are with me here. Chair, if you could,
not getting the answers, so how do we go on? We are not making any progress.
We have given and you have guided where you need to guide, Chair. So I'm not seeing anything new that we can introduce.
You've not even answered her questions. You didn't answer his questions. You didn't answer his questions.
I have answered. The problem, when one is answered here, asked here now.
No. We gave you time, and that's why we agreed.
Like you have asked me where we have come up with a budget and we want to spend 50 million. And I can tell you we were with the Prof in Homa Bay.
Gavana, wacha kutuelekeza mahali vinyo unataka. Unajua, tunauliza mambo inahusiana na feeding program, weka kando. Maana feeding program umesema hauna policy. That is correct.
I now have it. I want to be prepared.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. We will see next year.
Yes.
Now, for 2022-2023 budget, 2023-2024, 2024-2025. That is what we are looking for.
Yes, it's true.
Just a minute. And don't argue. Don't argue. Because we've dealt with 20 governors with the same question, and they have answered it so well and correctly. So what we are saying, Governor, in this question 4, you've not answered it well. Because you've given us a proposal.
If that is your proposal, Senator, let's
Question
move
number
on.
5, question number 7, sorry. Question number 7, you are not breaking the budget. Like, for example, if you have the actual expenditure of 20 million, we don't know what is all this 20 million for. Because I believe, and I believe that the 20 million is what you get it from the money for capitation or something like that, operation, you need to have even clarified.
But the question does not ask that. Question number 7. Say provide annual budgetary allocation, not really breaking it.
Anyway, your argument is okay. Chair, I think we need to give the governor another chance.
Senator Kavindu, so that now we can make progress.
Chair, mine is a comment. And because, Governor, you are a father of Nyandarua, you are the father all the Nyandaruans are looking up to. And I want to put it to you that our ECDE pupil cannot stay in class from 8 to whatever time they go out without even kauji. Even your own children at home, seriously, even if there is no policy, you should put into consideration this child, and maybe others don't even come from home having taken anything. Can this child really concentrate on whatever they are being taught if they have nothing, even a cup of porridge to drink on break time? No.
Senators, I kindly ask that we make progress. And I don't know, maybe Professor, you can have your remarks.
Madam Chair.
Let Professor first, please.
She is my senior. She's the Vice Chair. I can't speak after her.
I agree.
Madam Chair, it is, we have